All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well, tell us it's 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the Lord's elect, the remnant that is predestined in these times to endure the coming perils, the said perils that are prophesied in the volume of the book, being the Holy Scriptures. All right. And, a sincere shalom and barakatham. All right. To you, Israelites, man. Okay. Because the Lord's elect, his remnant, consists of 12 tribes. And those 12 tribes today would make up the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, not only of which can be confirmed and proved through secular history, including artifacts and archaeology, but most importantly, through the scriptures, right? And through the Spirit, all right, this is inspired really by a self-exhortation, if you will, because I've been out of work for a few weeks now. And of course, in my due diligence, I took a few days off to, gather myself when I found out the news. And then I, got right back out there and, began looking for labor and, a few things came, but it hasn't been enough, the past now we're really in the fourth week. It hasn't been enough, but, I've just kept doing what I'm doing. And, through the Spirit, I was doing some job applications and what have you. And the Lord, was just like, hey, man, and not even, verbatim, but the Lord just put it in my spirit to say these things, of how basically, I'm sitting here looking at jobs and I'm just like, man, the Lord's so far out, because I know I'm going to get something, but the Lord's so far out because remember, he seals the instructions, all right, in the mind, the Lord is so far out that your name and your resume can appear in a vice president's dream. The Lord's so far out. He'll have your name and your resume and you're this and you're that. The Lord could give a CEO of some big company or that, could give him your phone number in a dream, man. Next thing you know, you set, and we know that the CEOs and a lot of these top dudes, they're in it. They in with the system, this wicked system. But, through the Spirit, this is not going to be long, but just keep the faith, The title of this is going to be The Lord's Got It, because as I was sitting here, it just hit midnight here on the East Coast. And I'm like, man, I'm going to keep doing some jobs, man. I'm up. You know how it be sometimes. Brothers be up, man, 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. It just varies sometimes, man. But the point is, man, the Lord's got it. It's all under control. The Lord's got it, bro. And all we got to do is just push through it. And I was just there, I'm like, man, the Lord's far out, man. He could have the HR representative, the vice president of HR, in this yada yada yada. They could be dreaming right now to pull my name first thing tomorrow morning out of the applicants and all this, and that's how far out the Lord is, man. And that's little, that's little to the Lord. Because it's part of the curses, this labor, this oppression, But, really, the Lord, right? The Lord made the world for our sakes, We not meant to be in this condition. Remember, the earth was self-sufficient, all right? when you go into creation and you understand, once you're built up in these particular subject matters, you will come to understand that the world was self-sufficient. We didn't have to toil the ground. We didn't have to do this and do the. We truly had perfection. All right? Before Eve was beguiled by the serpent. All right? And then ultimately, wrapped Adam up in it. But it wasn't Adam that was deceived. It was the woman. Which, of course, that's why, we often go into, all right, that significance, and the woman's role today, especially today because it's increased to such a far out level. Even women will get jobs over the man simply because her designation is female, not even because of the qualifications, man, but the Lord's got it, man. And I can boast in this through faith, all right, through my fear, faith, and humility, like the Apostle Paul did in Philippians 1:20, in my earnest expectation, as he said, in my earnest expectation, I could boast in these things, man. It's only been 3 weeks. This is the 4th week that I haven't been working, We barely got, food in the cupboards, if you will, We have our daily bread, though, you see. That's where we different. That's why in Wisdom of Solomon's 2nd chapter, it talks about where Esau is basically explaining how he views Jake. He's like, they're of another fashion. We different, you see. I don't have to have the cabinets and the fridge filled up with food. Anybody else will come in here and be like, oh, this depleted. Oh, how are you surviving? Oh, yeah. Now we got, we have our daily bread, We have our daily bread, man. And like I was about to say through the Spirit, the reason why, I can, by faith, and my boasting out about Shem Yahushua is because these little 3 or 4 weeks ain't shit, man. Because I remember when, like 2 years back, when I really first came into this thing, all right, very early on, like 2 or 3 years back, really, really early, and there was a moment in time where I wasn't working like 7 months out of the year, and my rent was $200, like $230 more than what it is now. I didn't have a car payment and insurance, which tax on, an extra few $100 like I do now at that time. But nonetheless, I didn't even have rent that was more expensive at that time. The light bill, the Wi-Fi, the phone bill, these different things that add up, and that was a few years back. And that was my first year in the understanding, the true understanding, because I knew I was an Israelite, a year and a half before that time period. But that first year was when I first began doing lessons, because I was pricked, and it was just like, hey, man, even if it means you repeating the videos that you watch, I was pricked, man. That word is beautiful, I was still young, man. I had so much to learn, really, through the Spirit. That's why I say now, having, grown in this thing, I can confidently say by faith, that I wasn't in the truth until the Lord brought me around the brothers in Rochester, the great Millstone Bros. All right. Up there in Rochester, man, you got the camp head. All right. You got the beloved bro, Marar, Gabar, Karatazah. You had the beautiful bro, Quana Waf that was with them at that time. You had, I think the one bro, Malak, is still up there, You had the brother Rob Moff, you had certain brothers, man. And through that experience, and what did it say? How can I less than man teach it? That's when I really came into the truth, man. And it's beautiful. It took some time, but nonetheless, the point is, even before I really counted the cost, the Lord extended that grace and mercy, where even as a rookie in this thing, You know, what behind the ears, as they say in the world, not knowing nothing. You know, you still drinking the milk out the bottle. The Lord took care of me, man. And it's the same thing today. All right, with all you brothers, man. You got bros in the main camp going through hell. You got brothers in the Dallas camp going through hell. You got brothers up in Rochester going through hell. Down in Florida going through hell. Over there in Cali. Brothers over there in Holland. You know. Everywhere, man. Australia. Everywhere. In the midst of mandates. Wicked decrees. All types of things, man. Some brothers don't have cars. Some brothers do. Some brothers don't have this. Other brothers. But guess what? The Lord's got it, man. That's the point of it. The Lord's got it under control. All you got to do is keep doing what you do. And this is it. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. All right? And faith will promote your works. Faith will faith is the driving force. You know, this is how we know through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Lord's will we be of that number, but this is why by faith we often say we believe we're those men. Because true faith inspires true works. Righteous faith inspires righteous works, man. And are we not rehearsing and working and laboring day in and day out? You know? And you got to forget, you know, the amount of laboring in spirit and in truth that's done off camera. You know, brothers ain't just doing the work on camera. Brothers ain't just loading their lessons and going to camp. Nah, brothers is breaking bread throughout the weeks. They you know, having to get up and answer brothers' phone calls late at night or early in the morning, or if they, you know, brother gets stranded, or you know, brother needs some encouragement, or, you know, in the group chats, and the brothers is constantly laboring in the spirit, man. Don't you think Yahweh Shem Yahushai Wahara is considering all these things? Of course, man. It's already been predestined. It has already been predestined. All right? So the Lord's got it. Don't fret. You know? Don't be concerned, man. Now, of course, we continue to do our due diligence, man. All right? That will never change. All right? We have a responsibility. Okay? All right? It ain't just, you know, we ask and the Lord just give it. No. There are requirements. Okay? There are actions on our part, which is that faith, man. Keeping the faith, which means keep doing your works, which means keep filling out them job applications, keep doing this, keep exhausting, right? Exhausting what you can, right? In a carnal sense. Because spiritually, the Lord's it's going to work out perfectly. Okay? And really, that's small. You know, a job in this kingdom and, you know, all these other things associated with it, that's small, man. Really, the real faith is the kingdom, salvation, you know. But these things translate into the worldly matters, you know. That light set on that hill, man, that's not hid, you know. Especially as things continue to increase and the pressure worsens. You know, like, oh, man, look at this. All hell is breaking loose. You know, people are quitting because they can't make ends meet, or their car is repossessed, or this happens or that happens. Yeah. And then meanwhile, you over here, you getting it. Because everything that you're doing in the spiritual, all right, it's translating to the carnal. It's translating to your job. It's translating to how you conduct yourself, even going and getting grocery stores, and how you carry conversations and how you do, you know. The Lord's got it, man. All you got to do is just keep the faith, keep fighting, keep pushing those works, keep being obedient, keep being in order, keep rehearsing. right? Because again, part of that rehearsal is trying to perfect it. We know we're not going to try, but just keep on. Hebrews 11:6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And you know what's another beautiful thing about it is that in these times, especially now, brothers is going through hell, like we may mention through the Spirit, right? Brothers is going through hell. You know, brothers is going through different things and yada, yada, yada. But guess what? Didn't the Lord say that we would eat? All right. Didn't the Lord say, okay, that we will be taken care of? Did he not? So, of course, at some point now or in the very near future, things is changing. All right. It's coming. Everything that we need is coming, you know, and really we already have it, you know, because it's through the Spirit that we receive these things, right? With that gift of faith, with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes through the volume of the book, we have these things, but things are about to be kicked up in the higher gear and manifest. 2 Ezra 2:27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness comes. See, the day of trouble and heaviness hasn't even come yet. You know, brothers is going through, you know what I mean? You know, just now, it's early in the year, you know? But it's all right, because guess what? Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but what? But thou, you, sons of Jacob, sons of the hopeful elect, sons of the house of David, shall be merry and have abundance. All right? Abundance. We're going to, man, the Lord's got it, man. Abundance, a very large quantity of something. Okay? And of course, it goes to the word abound. All right? What does it mean to abound? All right? Exist in large numbers or amounts. Cup runneth over. You see? So the Lord's got it, man. All right? Whatever you brothers is going through, myself, a very, very tight financial and job and this and, you know, how's the car payment going to get paid? I need the car. How am I going to get the... Hey, the Lord's got it, man. You know, how am I going to daycare and my woman and the kids and how we going to do... Yeah, we got 5, 6, 2 kids, one... Shh. Shut up, man. You know, be quiet like you got to do to the kids, man. Be quiet, man. Shut up. You know, just hush, man. Hush. The Lord's got it, man. Okay? The Lord's got it, man. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness come. Has that day come yet? Nope. And yet we already have a promise, a more sure word that we will, what? Be merry and have abundance. We have a sure word of prophecy here, man. 2 Ezra 2:27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. See, we're not even at that point yet. So we already got that promise, man. You know, when it comes, we're going to have abundance. You see? So if we ain't even there yet, man. The things that we're going through right now is small talk, man, compared to when the day of trouble and heaviness actually kicks into high gear. You know, there is trouble and there is heaviness here and there, you know, but it hasn't reached the widespread, rampant way that it is soon going to hit. All right? The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. You see that? And that's all I wanted to get, man. That's the point. You know? Yes, it's tight, it's ugly, you know? Especially as a man, it's just like, shit, I don't got a job. Oh, hell about to break loose. Shut up. Shut up, man. You know? The Lord's got it, man. The Lord's got it. Hey, there's another one in closing. Be still and know. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai. Waharakakodash. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. And guess what? That includes us. Are we not exalting? Are we not magnifying, exalting, praising, all these different things, right? In prayer, in faith, in fasting, in our works, and in everything, man. All we got to do is be still, man. Hey, Brakta Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakudash, man. The Lord's got it, man. All right, let's go back to Hebrews, man. All right, we'll end it off there again. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai must believe that he is, because he exists and he saves, that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's why we're going to be rewarded, not only with our daily bread all the way down into the end, until Yahushua returns, but even thereafter, where the true riches come, man. All right? Keep the faith, brothers, and you sisters, man. The Lord's got it. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep rehearsing, and keep on. Keep doing your due diligence, but hey, the Lord's got it. All right, until next time, we say shalom, double honors unto our elders and apostles, and all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kagudash. Shalom, shalom.